to the channel, and today a quick review for this. This is House of Chains by Stephen Erikson, book 4 in Malazan Book of the Fallen. Now this is a large book. In this kind of B format paperback, it came in at 1,015 pages, or just over 300,000 words, maybe 320,000 words. This took me probably 2.5 weeks to read, I'm not going to lie. But it isn't a difficult read, I would say. At this point, you've probably absorbed enough through osmosis to make this a fairly unchallenging read at this point. If you've paid attention through the first 3 volumes and haven't spread them apart by years at a time. Though there are always handy guides in here to kind of help you with people's names and maps and things like that if you need them. Now in this entry we actually do have a main character, though he doesn't take up as much as half of the book because we still have all those other perspectives. We do have a definitive main character in this one. What's also interesting about this is that the timeline of this novel interweaves itself throughout those first 3 novels. So this actually, it kind of enables the first 3 novels to kind of gain extra footing. It almost enhances the previous novels, especially Deadhouse Gates, I think, and really brings some of those scenes to life because we're getting to see things from other people's perspectives. We're getting to see the world from another angle. And that's really interesting to kind of go back to some of those characters we didn't hear quite so much about, get their backstory, go back through the same events, maybe just hearing about certain things or seeing certain things from different angles. It really helps elevate those previous novels. And it does help that this is, again, it does feel like each book is slightly better than the last. And I don't know if that's Stephen Erikson really getting to grips with his own writing or the world itself, or it's just the way it's structured and just the delivery where we incrementally get better books as we go along. Now, the title of this book is very much in line with the themes of the book. We've got a lot in here about kind of human nature, people who follow other people, why, nations or people they look up to. We have in here kind of themes of beings resisting against unbeing. There's a really interesting comment made in here at one point where they talk about what does it matter what collar you have to wear if the chains that are holding the collar are identical. And that's really interesting. Like, why are we fighting for a particular side if basically the outcome will be the same in just a different wrapper at the end of the day? We also do tackle female genital mutilation in this book. There's a lot of abuse in this book, as there has been in the previous 2 books as well. This is a very dark series. It's still super high fantasy, but the undercurrents are extremely dark. So if you're not really into shocking or dark stuff, you might find it a little bit difficult with this. What's really nice though is we learn more about the kind of background of certain species and their genealogy. That really will kind of stand us in good stead for future novels, because that's the kind of thing that people find difficult in this series, in my opinion, is just the amount of kind of back information there is behind everything that happens in these books. Most importantly, of all of the Malazan books, the first 4 I've read so far, this has the best beginning of any of those and the best ending of any of those. It does meander in the middle. It is still full of angsty, melodramatic dialogue, especially in the middle section of this novel. But overall, it is, I think, slightly better than all the books I've read so far. It does just miss out at 4.4 out of 5. I'm going to give it, once again, very consistent 4.3 out of 5.